There is a bombardment of fantasy, sci-fi, and thriller media that I have consumed. Images stick in my head like multiple songs stuck on repeat playing at the same time. I have to get it out. All of these strange musings of other creators swirl around in my head, and I have to purge it somehow. So I began by just doodling. I tried to recreate a monster I saw in a comic book or movie or something, but as I draw, I want more for this character. Extra arms? Extra eyes? Where do they live? What do they eat? What do they smell like? How do they party? What would they draw or paint or sculpt if they could? And so began the acceleration of the expanse of realm. What is realm? Realm is the name for the existence of all places, creatures, characters, and things that appear in my imagination. While I love the imagination that goes into designing aliens, creatures, or monsters in my favorite movies, comics, video games, or whatever, I'm always disappointed to learn that that incredible thing is the antagonist that has to die or be banished to hell or sent back to space or something. Realm is what I create. I try to let go of control of what will happen, because I like to see how loose I can go with my own made-up muses. But as long as I'm fantasizing, it's my wish that they are always odd, but never at odds. Realm is where differences are embraced and celebrated. Often in the real world, struggle between humans comes from a lack of understanding and difficulty with differences. If you're gonna make your own world, start with your wishes for the one you live in. In Realm, there's no hate, no war, no class system, no exclusion. These things don't happen in Realm. All are welcomed, and welcomed because of their differences, their foreignness, their strange. In fact, they've organized a party that happens frequently called
The Extravaganza of Strange.
These monsters, freaks, and beasts let loose. They dance and celebrate each other's outlandish peculiarities. Realm has many layers, things seen and unseen, and everywhere in between. Natural, supernatural, mystical, phantom, these are all apparent during the Extravaganza of Strange. This unstoppable barrage of inscrutable weirdness further breeds stranger and more creative things to see and experience. This is how I fertilize creativity. It's like a snowball. You just have to start rolling. And what you see here is just more fuel for the realm building machine. So please, explore Realm and celebrate the Extravaganza of Strange.
We interrupt this artist statement to bring you this strange news bulletin.
If you are just joining us, we have just received word that the Extravaganza of Strange is beginning right now. We believe that hey, it's really starting right now.
Shut up and sit down. sit down.
Realm. A different place.
A hidden world,
Evolution like
but
ours.
more twists and coils.
Blurring the line between nightmare and daydream.
Friendly beasts, odd creatures, and monstrous fiends.
But they've bid farewell to hatred and angst.
They've abandoned the need to compete for ranks.
A great gala occurs where they all come to celebrate.
A rejection of violence, tribalism, and hate.
Their heart's priority they did so rearrange.
So they could all come together to honor the Extravaganza of Strange.
So the Extravaganza of Strange was an opportunity to be a little experimental, not only with subject matter and techniques, but I was interested in some aspects of technology and some mediums that I hadn't tried before. I found this bottle of UV paint, which is like invisible ink, and you can put it down on the canvas and it's invisible, and it's only seen under black light. So part of the Extravaganza of Strange is that every so often the lights will go out and the gallery will only be lit in black light, and you'll see completely different images on the paintings than you would in normal light. But the black light aspect of the show only happens for a very limited amount of time. When the lights come back on, the artwork is restored to the way it was before. So the viewer would have to stay for maybe a few minutes to see the blackout time again. I think that makes it makes people stay a little longer, makes them dig a little deeper and look into the artwork. So the Extravaganza of Strange is set in a place called Realm, which is a place in my imagination. It's where everything that I think of, all the weird characters and creatures and places, exist in Realm. And if you're going to make up a world, you kind of start with your wishes for the one you live in. So even though they're all weird and strange and very different in Realm, they all sort of get along. In fact, that's sort of the ethos of Realm, is that they do come together and celebrate each other's differences. And that event that they celebrate is called the Extravaganza of Strange. That's the party. And that's what I'd like people to take away from that, is that experience of being among something foreign, being somewhere different and experiencing things different than themselves, but also feeling welcomed and celebrated for their differences, because that's kind of how I wish the world worked. Plus, I just like really crazy weirdos. I am a student of animation, and I was taught to create these little characters. We were taught to sculpt, because when you're drawing the same character over and over again, you got to know how they work three-dimensionally. So we were taught to sculpt the character before drawing it. I really enjoyed sculpting and made many of these creatures, so much in fact that I kind of did that more than I did the animation. And later on, I learned how to mold them to make casts in plastic resin, and made these little sculptures that are sort of at the everyman price. Another aspect of the show is that we did some programmed lighting. A friend of mine and I were really excited about LEDs and what their potential has, and what they can do. When you're doing an art show, you're competing with sort of distraction media. Everybody has a television, everybody has a phone in their pocket. There's so much that we consume that it's hard to get people's attention as an artist. So we thought we'd give these LEDs a try, and I think it makes a different aspect of the show to draw your attention in different directions. Sort of the name of the game is overstimulation. I really enjoy that, because that's the world we live in now, and that's part of the world that I really like.
Hi, I'm Chris Dewald, a friend of Bili Kribbs, and I worked on the lighting and production of Extravaganza of Strange. I know Bili from working at a cable company with him many years ago, and we've been good friends since. And he came to me with an idea about doing a show in blacklight, and I had a few other projects I was working on with lighting that I thought would be really interesting to add to this. Well, I have a love for technology, and I was working on a holiday lighting project for myself when Bili brought this idea to us, and I thought I had some cool things that we could add to the show. It works with a simple single board computer called a Raspberry Pi, power supply, and just a couple of routers and some electronics. But it's a pretty simple setup, but it can do a lot of cool impact for adding additional effects, like with the time lighting to the show.
Hi, my name is Rich Sileb. I am one of 3 owners at 11-2 Gallery here at West 78th Street Studios. Who's Bili Kribbs? I've known Bili on and off for a few years now, and we were just talking one day in the common space here at West 78th Street Studios about a show, and we walked down to the space and kind of hatched out an idea, which became the Extravaganza of the Strange as we know it right now. And it was just that kind of informal discussion on an art show, and it sounded great, and it is great. 11-2 is going on 7 years of operation here at 78th Street. We try to do very fun, interactive, non-typical exhibitions in our secondary space, which we're in now. We're looking for something different, which sounds like a buzzword, unique. But we're looking for that element. We're looking for an artist to bring more than just artwork on the walls. We're looking for installation, participation, and smiles on our guest faces. We want people to have a good time. The idea is, when I talk to artists, it's what do you and your friends talk about on a Monday, in the beginning of a work week. It's what you did this weekend. And we want people to talk about our exhibitions in that format. Hey, I saw this great exhibition. It had A, B, and C. It was like any other art show we've ever seen. And that's what we aim for.
And that's it for Extravaganza of Strange. If you'd like to see it in person, you can make an appointment with Rich or anybody at 11-2, which is in West 78th Street Studios in Cleveland. We'll be doing private showings by appointment, so make your appointment. And we are thinking about having some other parties while Extravaganza of Strange is available in the gallery. So keep on the loop with social media and check it out. Thanks for watching.